Yep. Welcome to Tales Tomorrow. I'm Morrow, your storyteller for today, and with me I have some more RPG horror stories. Man, I'm waiting for an RPG horror story that is going to be all about succubus girls. I love me succubus girls. I don't think it's like a fetish or anything. I just think they're really neat. I think there's kind of something hot. Haha, get it? There's something a little bit hot about being like a devil spawn. I don't know. Maybe it's just my tiefling blood kind of calling out to me. I'm not fully sure. But either way, let's get some RPG horror stories for today. Starting with the first story. My wife loves 3.5 and hates 5e with a burning passion. Every Tuesday she plays 5e with some friends, and like clockwork about halfway through the session starts a lecture with them about why 3.5e is better. It's literally the same talking points. She's so loud and energetic about it that I can hear her from another room, over and over every damn week. She interrupts the session for this for about 30 to 45 minutes. I don't know why they put up with this. She also tells me after every session how much she hates the game and half the players. Then why is she playing? Why is she playing 5e? Why is she playing in this group? Why is the group tolerating her? Why do they have to be lectured by somebody that generally hates the game and hates the players and doesn't want to play? What is your wife doing? She played one session of 5e game I'm running. Decided she hated every other player because they wouldn't immediately let her be party leader or give her any magic items they found because she felt she was entitled to them as the bard. So she quit. Wasn't really a loss. Your wife is a problem player. We're all still playing and having a great time. But if I ever bring up anything that happened in a game, she goes on a rant about how they're all terrible people and she doesn't understand why I play with them. Not because of anything they've done. It's a horror campaign and they've all actually been pretty chill. Except for one, but I mean he's playing a troll. Rest of the party keeps him in line with a piece of meat. But because they won't let her be party leader and lay claim to all the magic items they found because she was a bard. It's annoying, but I just avoid telling her anything about the game with my friends at this point. I don't understand why she keeps playing with her friends either. I think you and your wife need to have a bit of an intervention and you just gotta tell her stop torturing yourself. Why are you doing the things that you'd like to do? Start playing a game that is 3.5. I'm pretty sure there's some niche groups out there that are still running D&D 3.5 because that's what they enjoy and that's what they like. Maybe not as many, but I'm pretty sure D&D 3.5 was well liked, well received, and had a pretty nice, probably today still has a nice cult following that actually likes the game and likes it in a 3.5 edition. She shouldn't be playing a 5th edition game if she hates it, if she hates the other players. And I hope her group finally realizes that she's a problem player and will just ask her to leave because she's clearly not even enjoying herself. Why is your wife such a glutton for punishment and torture? It's insanity to repeat the same thing expecting a different result. What are the group gonna do? Just suddenly listen to her and be like, hey, wait a minute, yeah, we should start playing 3.5 because after 100 arguments and 100 lectures, the 101st lecture really turned me around. It's not gonna happen. You should probably tell your wife to just like cut her losses and do something better with her time. Ugh. Let's get to the next story for today. I need a nice cleanser from this one. Cringy That Guy gets upset that my joke character killed his DNPC, friendship, and fanfic writing account, AWTA. This is an editorial post about a that guy that party had to deal with as both a player and later a DM. I wrote it and posted it here, but it was too long, and some parts didn't give that much detail. So I'll try to make this as short and understandable as possible. I was one of the 2 note takers. This is why I have clearer details about certain info from the game. People of the story. DM1, a pretty cool guy that got me into D&D and ran the first half of the story. He came back to save us in the end. Monk, a girl who worked at the game store that we played our games in. Sorcerer, she was the group's cinnamon roll, IRL and in-game, who loved to do commissions. That guy. He played the Paladin and Warlock Edgelord and became our DM for the second half of the campaign. Rogue, my character's soon-to-be blood brother. Barbarian and Bard, didn't stay long in the second half because of that guy. Me, playing a Tiefling Cleric, hell yeah! The joke character that became important later. I joined game before the coup hit like a bish. In here, there was that guy that made his edgelord character try to fit with the entire party's backstory, try to play multiple roles in the party, and keep stealing the spotlight. But my Feywild Tiefling Cleric, a piece domain that I played as a funny herb-smoking preacher of Saloon that was made as a dumb joke character and that I've been more liked for his healing and funny Gamzee voice. Between paladin with a succubus goddess pack that wants the party to help him kill his old paladin order, and a funny voiced tiefling cleric that was like having 3 dog from Fallout 3 join your party. The party enjoyed someone that wasn't forcing himself into the spotlight or constantly flirting with the female players. When the virus struck, DM was one of the people that was laid off from work and couldn't DM for us. Since the party now were attached to our level 8 characters with unfinished stories, and we didn't want to have a random DM try to continue where our old DM left off, we allowed that guy to run the game on Roll20 when he offered. The story continued with his character, now the NPC, getting a ridiculous power-up when his old order attacked the party and nearly killed us. So let me get this straight, the guy that steals the spotlight and tries to be the main character and the most important character ever offers to DM, and you decide to take his offer. Like, the red flags are there. The guy hugs the spotlight, he wants to be the main character, he wants to be the center of attention, and y'all just say, yeah, okay, you could DM, that's fine, that's definitely a good idea. I'm not saying don't give anybody a chance to DM, but like, if the guy's clearly showing problem play behavior, probably gonna be a problem DM as well. But hey, in this situation, I guess it's hindsight 2020, though the red flags, or at least to me, were evident. After that, we spent the next 2 years getting dragged around by his character, fighting demons and devils instead of the necromancer cult that were the actual reason for the world's problems. Most fights were too much for our characters, and the DMPC had to quote-unquote save us a lot. But mostly stayed, since the world in the early stages of the virus was depressing in our area, and we needed something good to balance the bad. The guy's story was somewhat decent, so we stayed for the good part in the RP in the second Discord. DM favored the female players by giving them more items than the guys and flirting with them with his DMPC and random NPCs that he made that were also stronger than the party. Then after Monk and my character got a bit close with one another, this triggered that guy, and he responds by nearly killing my character in a fight with his succubus devil general. After the fight, Bard found out that he was using the plots of anime and cartoons for his story, while Barbarian found out that he was using the DM's world and our character stories to write an Isekai story on his fanfic account. He did this for his followers to make it sound like he was writing his own Isekai story that he thought of. Oh my god, okay, this is getting spicy. I'm looking forward to this. When Bard confronted that guy about this and how it wasn't good to steal another person's story, that guy responded by kicking both Bard and Barbarian from Roll20 and Discord. Woo! He did this hoping to keep them from telling the party, but he didn't know about our second Discord channel where Bard told us what happened. Also heard DM was going to be able to DM for us again, so the party decided to give that guy the middle finger by my character saying that he would use his divine intervention to send the party into a separate timeline, at the same time using some of that guy's homebrew back in his face, and immediately leaving the Discord and blocking him before he could say anything. Since we didn't own DM's story, we couldn't claim copyright for the story that the guy was stealing, but we did manage to report the not safe for work images that he used and the images of product label that went against the website's ruling. This resulted in the story getting deleted, as if my divine intervention killed it. Then we went back to DM and continued his game for a great adventure that ended with us saving the world, letting us finally retire our characters. There's a lot more to this, like extra explanation about the whole fanfic thing that goes a little bit deeper into the story. So before I give my opinion, let's get to the this part of it here for more description. This is where I would explain what happened to that guy, since I wasn't specific with how he soon lost his fanfic account. After that guy found out that the story he stole was gone, he and his followers panicked. He contacted me about this with an alt account to send paragraphs of insults, so I blocked him and never looked back for a few years. Early 2024, I got curious and checked up on what was happened. When his followers that read his OPOC fanfics asked him what happened to his original story, that guy told his third lie. First being that he worked hard painting the game, second about Bard and Barbarian having personal issues and they had to leave. He told them that some guys got jealous of his story and stole it for themselves. This is where I need to tell those reading this that if I were to use the plot of an overpowered Deadpool knockoff in any type of story, I would cringe every second writing and role-playing it if I were using it. It would be easy pointing out the story and let you know what I'm talking about, but because I can't, for a reason I'll explain. When the guy told his lie, his followers started searching the fanfic site, I'm assuming Wattpad, for any signs of someone using his story. Since the site is known for writers making up their own OP fanfics, this resulted in his followers pointing fingers at random stories that shared a bit of that guy's character. Cyberbullying happened, people got upset, followers chanting that guy's name as the bullied people. The result in more people reporting that guy, his followers getting even more upset and complaining on Reddit. This soon affected that guy's other OP fanfics that he had and ended with that guy's account getting removed for toxic behavior. he made a new one soon after. Oh gee, the other OP edgelord fanfic characters sound exactly like this guy's OP fanfic characters. It's almost like everybody's drinking from the same trough, making an edgelord together because they think it's cool and edgy and stuff. And every character that's literally just an edgelord main character syndrome is all the same. I mean, harassment, I don't condone whatsoever. This guy is not making original stuff. There's no way he's making original stuff. Somebody that is actually writing a character that don't want to be compelling, they wouldn't be trying to make him an overpowered DNPC character and then try to write some sort of an isekai about him being OP edgelord, like bestest character ever fanfic nonsense stuff. It's just, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. But it doesn't end here. There's more. If he didn't admit to the lie then, he never did what he made his new account. Dude never even told his followers to stop the cyberbullying or who was the actual ones responsible. This process repeated a few times and apparently it got the attention of some site where people talk about trash fanfics, the OP and horny ones. It's got more people saying what happened and soon that guy was cyberbullied into losing motivation for his stories. Till this day, he never admitted stealing the DM storyline, the only story that we reported. We didn't care about the other stories that he wrote, only one that he stole from DM and claimed as his own. Are we the a-holes for the event that happened after reporting the guy's story, or was there a different route that we could have taken? His other fanfics involved him sleeping with anime girls, obviously underage, bullying everyone and everything since his parents died, and pulling a Marvel by making other anime characters look less cool to make his character look like some badass. I don't know if y'all the a-holes in this situation, but clearly if his post violated the violations of the actual site, with not safe for work stuff and all the imagery and everything else, y'all reported the violation and that's basically it. Everything else that happened was literally out of your control. You're not responsible for other people being unhinged or this guy being unhinged or his followers being unhinged or anybody being unhinged in this situation. But at the end of the day, y'all are out from the problem, not dealing with the problem at this point. Guys and gals watching the video, what do you think? Are these guys the a-holes in this situation or are they fine? I think they're fine. I mean, the guy was using the campaign as a fan fiction piece basically to kind of write his own personalized story into it and everything and claim it as his own, which really, why does it really matter at the end of the day who claims whose story is really their own? It's a D&D game. This game is for fun. If somebody wants to replicate the story or hijack the story and whatever, I guess it's whatever. And technically he came up with his own stuff when it comes to the characters and everything, but not really. But I don't know, man, it's just weird. There was a violation on the website. Y'all reported the violation. The story got taken down because the guy didn't follow the rules. He should have followed the rules if he didn't want the story to be taken down. I think the guy's an a-hole, and the fact that he's just going this tirade of lies and try to paint other people as clearly he is the innocent party here and everybody is against him. Yeah, he's kind of the a-hole in the situation. But if you're watching the video, let me know what you think in the comments below. And with that, that's gonna be all our stories for today. I want to thank you very much for watching and thanks so much for being here. If you like what I do, consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like. Also, if the RPG Horror Stories ever goes down or if you want to submit your own personalized horror story, email is down in the description below. I'll see you again in more Tales tomorrow. Bye-bye.